The venue is the Hank Rice Soccer Center 16U Division II gold medal game. The girls going head-to-head here. We have the Meadow Lake Heat taking on the Summit Red team out of the beautiful city of Regina. It's Ryan Schweitzer along with Troy Weeb. Troy, we got two teams ready to battle for gold here in this Div 2 final. You've been in situations like this. I imagine there's a lot of nerves down on that court.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of pressure playing in any sort of final, no matter what division you're in, and it should be a good battle here.
You know, these weekends, conditioning can really come into play as well. These girls have had a long road to get here. They've played each other earlier this weekend, but fatigue may be setting in. Does conditioning factor into these long tournaments?
Oh, definitely, especially at the end of the weekend. You know, your last day, last game, you want to put everything into it, so hopefully they have enough left in the tank here to finish strong.
The Summit Red, a relatively new program. They did play Meadow Lake in pool play. It was a three-setter, which we are anticipating here as the Summit in deuce play. Sarah Watson serves, and it's going to be point Regina Summit.
Yeah, it's a good, tough serve to start the game, and unfortunate error on Meadow Lake's part there.
Sarah Watson to serve, her second. It's 1-0. Watson hammers that ball over the net. Meadow Lake both go for it. It's a free ball for the Summit. Watson runs up, and a big swing there. Victoria Aird gets under one, and a quick 2-0 lead, Regina.
Yeah, it's a good, quick middle run there. It's good to establish the middle at the start of the game, so good work, Regina.
Sarah Watson, a couple tough serves that have given Meadow Lake some fits. And a quick 3-0 lead as Regina buries another one. Watson to serve for the fourth time now. Her team up a quick field goal in this first set, race to 25 here in this Div 2 final. Watson induces play, played by Meadow Lake. Quick set, swung on, back row, played by Muir. And they set up Waller for the big swing. Now Meadow Lake, third hit, blocked. Free ball, Regina. And once again, big block there by Meadow Lake. Punched over, a bit of a rally here. Whistle blows, and that'll be point Meadow Lake.
Yeah, it's a big point, especially winning those long rallies. It's good momentum swing no matter what point in the game.
Interesting to see a long rally this early. Some of those nerves getting worked out early, and we're seeing a good competitive volleyball game. Set to serve now for Meadow Lake, the Heat, London Perry. And a quick tip at the net there. Free ball, Meadow Lake. Third hit, charging the net, big swing, blocked Regina. Meadow Lake will try again and send that over. Played back row by the libero Skagos for Regina. Bit too much put on that. However, that was called there. Looks like someone was in the net. At any event, point Regina, they lead at 4-1. Serving now is Sydney Waller. Seen some effective net play from her as she serves. Big swing and getting all of that one. Emily Balaneski lowering the boom. That'll fire up her team.
Yeah, it's just a great swing, great momentum.
Now serving for Meadow Lake, who trails 4-2. In the teal uniforms, inducing play, Mackenzie Sanger. And a good serve by Sanger. Leaves the Summit singing the blues. Point Meadow Lake, 3-4 here. Pardon me, that's Victoria Wood serving right now. The black numbers on the teal jerseys, a little tough to navigate from our vantage point, but we'll get it sorted as this one goes on, as the Summit send that ball over in 3 hits. Meadow Lake with an opportunity for a big swing here, blocked at the net by Regina. Bit of a rally here as Meadow Lake is able to recover. Played by the libero Skagos, and point Regina. The Summit up to a quick 5-3 lead. Your thoughts on the first 8 points in this one, Troy?
Well, it's been some good volleyball here. Unfortunately, some of those errors coming into play where they're not winning the long rallies where they should be, right?
Big serve from Regina there. Victoria Aird, and Aird deposits that ball with authority in the opposition court, and it's a quick 6-3 lead for the Summit program here. Coach Stacy Lang enjoying what she sees so far from her squad. Victoria Aird hammers that ball over. The libero for Meadow Lake plays it. However, Regina free ball. Big swing and right down the line. Madison Zimmer with the kill. 7-3 Regina lead.
That's a great swing down the line. You don't see that a lot at this age, and it's pretty undefendable when it happens.
Great job moments ago there by the Summit. The aforementioned Aird to serve now. Her team up 4, 7-3 in this first set, race to 25. Aird hammers that over. Chasing after that is Pearson, and sent over the net by Meadow Lake. Big swing off the block, and no answer there, as Tyann Muir got a piece of that ball. Lands on the Meadow Lake side. 8-3 lead for the Summit. Aird to serve again. Aird right down the middle. Played by the Heat libero and sent over in 3 hits. Waller, quick set there, and hammered over the net by Williams. Meadow Lake with the opportunity now, and a good dig there, however, right into her teammate. As that Summit player wore that 1 point. Meadow Lake, they trail 8-4.
Yeah, it's good to just laugh those points off, right? They happen, but brings you some smiles.
I thought the Summit handled that real well. We'll see if they maintain their composure after that kill from Meadow Lake. Big swing. Third hit, it will be sent over. Free ball, Summit. Played by Muir. And Muir out of bounds, off no one. Point Heat, they now trail by 3, 5 serving 8.
Yeah, it's too bad. You really got to put those free balls away when you get them and take every opportunity of those. That's an unfortunate miss by Regina there.
Emily LaHoo serves. Spinning serve. Dug back row Skagos and sent over the net on the third hit by Williams. Now the Heat. Third hit. Blocked at the net. Heat there. And they'll try again. Big swing off the block. Skagos. Chasing after that one, Watson, and a big swing. Madison, Zimmer. Point. Summit, 9-5.
That was a great set. Moving forward, sets the back set, creates some distance there, a one-on-one block, and that was just a good swing to put it away.
Serving now for the Summit, Zimmer. And the Heat will happily take that point. They trail by 3. Regina consistently with a 3 or 4 point lead in this first set. Serving now for Meadow Lake, Ashlyn Obashon. Oh, no, pardon me. That's number 2, Emily Balaneski. They weren't thinking of the play-by-play crew when they designed those jerseys with the black numbers on the dark teal, but like I said, we'll battle through here. That's clearly dug by Skagos, and a big swing there. However, into the net, Tyann Muir couldn't get that past the impenetrable block. 7 serving 9, Meadow Lake. Balaneski. Sends that spinning ball over the net. And just unable to time that are the Summit and Meadow Lake. It's such a game of momentum. They appear to have it now, trailing by just 1. Emily Balaneski has been just what the doctor ordered for Meadow Lake over the past few points. She sends that deep to the back of the court. Just a little bit too much on that, and Regina gets a point out of that transaction. They're up 2 now, 10-8, as Tyann Muir will serve. Her team up a deuce in this first set. Muir hammers that right down the middle, played by LaHoo. And a big swing off the block, pinballing through the Regina court. Couldn't quite put that together. Good swing from the Meadow Lake side.
Yeah, I don't think anyone from Regina expected her to get that ball up, and no one seemed ready to play the second ball there.
Now serving Meadow Lake, Ashlyn Obashon. The Heat and the Summit. Summit near court, black and white. Heat in the teal and black. Bit of a rally here happening. Skagos, and tipped over the net. Heat, tip, block. Nice heads-up play at the net by London Perry. Crafty, 10-10.
Yeah, Meadow Lake seemed to climb their way back up and make it a tie game here. Good for them.
Ashlyn Obashon. Momentum clearly on the side of Meadow Lake as they've picked up the past few points in this one. Skagos sends that over the net. Meadow Lake. Again, they managed to set up London Perry, and Perry establishing herself at the net as a big presence. And Meadow Lake with their first lead in a while, 11-10. Got to admire the perseverance of the team in teal.
Yeah, for sure. I think Regina might have got a little too comfortable with their early lead there, and they've got some fighting to do here now.
Meadow Lake chipped away at that lead. However, they have a little bit of a miscommunication at the net there. That'll happen over the course of a race to 25. 11-11 the score. Emily Williams is ready to roll here in this Division II gold medal game here at the Hank Rise Soccer Center in Saskatoon. Good serve, Williams. Played back row, Aubuchon. Big swing there, Meadow Lake. And drilled to the back of the court with a little too much gusto and not enough verve. Point Meadow Lake. They lead at 12-11. Avery Pearson. Played by Muir. Quick set, big swing, off of personnel. Victoria Aird not liking that swing initially, but it careened off personnel. Point Regina.
Yeah, sometimes you just get lucky, someone getting in the way or making a move that they shouldn't have done. She lucked out there.
Got to be good to be lucky. Good play there, Regina, as Meadow Lake, the Heat, over in 3 hits. Big swing. That one rides the top of the net and heads back into the Summit side of the court. Off the net and the block. 3rd hit sent over the net by Watson. Meadow Lake trying to set up on the far side. London Perry again, but just couldn't quite time that. The Summit will get a point. They lead at 13-12. Great back and forth action in this final game.
Yeah, definitely. It's going back and forth a lot. Meadow Lake's climbed back up, and it seems to just be point at a time here. That's just good side-out volleyball.
Now the captain for the Meadow Lake Heat wanting a quick explanation, deployed by head coach Chris Ellis. And we'll be good to go here with Sarah Watson serving for the Summit. She drills that ball just over the tape. Good serve. It's sent back to the Summit court, punched over the net there by Zimmer. And tipped over Meadow Lake. Zimmer, Watson, and hammered over by Waller. Good job digging that, Balaneski. And a big swing there by London Perry. She's had a few. And a bit of a rally there, but just getting a bad angle and running out of real estate is Sydney Waller. 13-13. Teams trading points now. Regina was up by 5 at one point in this one. Meadow Lake clawed back, and now these two teams in this Division II final trading points. London Perry. Perry's had some big swings. She serves. And tipped over the net there with a good heads-up play. Point Summit, 14-13.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication on that one between the front row and back row player, between who should dig it. And, yeah, unfortunately, they didn't get the point there.
I'm Ryan Schweitzer on play-by-play. Troy Weeb providing the analysis here in this Division II final, 14-14, as that ball goes off of no one and sails through the court. Victoria Wood will serve now for the Heat. Wood, prepped and ready, goes through her serving routine. Regina trying to send that over in 3 hits as Madison Zimmer made a good play despite having a bad angle. Big swing, Heat out of bounds. Point Regina, 15-14. No touches as that ball sailed through the court. Subbing in is Emily Williams for the Summit. Serving now is Victoria Aird. Aird with her team up by 1. Just over the tape. Dug by the libero for Meadow Lake. Tipped over the net, but sent right back into the opposition court. Great heads-up play, Emily Williams.
Yeah, had some great coverage there off the block, but unfortunately just couldn't get it high enough for another player to get a hand on it and back over.
Regina up 2. It's 16 serving 14. Victoria Aird. Great serve. Couldn't ask for a much better deal than that. That one just clearing the tape by a little bit. Good serve, Aird.
Yeah, exactly. That short serve seemed to be effective for them, and as you can see, Meadow Lake's taking a step up on serve receive now.
Meadow Lake's made the adjustment. Aird. High risk, high reward proposition with that dangerous serve from Aird. This time it doesn't quite work out, but it got her a point moments ago. 17-15 is the Regina lead. Emily LeHou will now deal for the Heat. Played by, well, referee not liking the contact there, and that'll be a point Heat, who now trail 16-17. LeHou. Set to deal, spinning serve, played by Zimmer. Watson. And smashed over the net by Skagos. Sent over the net by the Heat. Aubuchon. And now Regina responds. Big swing there for Muir, and point. Summit. Good aggressive play. 18-16, Summit lead.
Yeah, that's always a joy to see as a front row player, that ball coming just over the net from the other side and just taking a swing on it.
Madison Zimmer. Just over the tape. Meadow Lake responds. 3-contact rally there. Ball floating and pinballing through the court a little bit. Called on the lift, the Meadow Lake player, and it's a 3-point lead now for Regina. Late in this first set, 19-16, they lead it. Madison Zimmer sends that to the back of the court, played deep by Perry. Swung at there, dug by Waller. And a good swing there from the Summit. However, Meadow Lake responds. 3 hits, and no, just a little bit of a miscommunication there. Regina will happily take that point, 20-16.
That was a good thought by the setter there to run the middle in transition. Unfortunately, the middle just wasn't approaching, wasn't ready for the ball, but got to be ready for those. It catches the other team off guard.
20-16. Regina leads it right now. We got a shot now of Meadow Lake in their huddle. Chris Ellis, coach of the Heat right now. We'll put you in Coach Ellis's shoes right now. What do you think he might be saying to his girls?
I think just keep pressing on, right? They made the comeback. They can definitely do it again. They just got to battle, cut down on the errors, and just keep the ball in play, put some pressure on, right?
And on the other side, you have Coach Stacy Lang. Her team, 5 points away from a first set win, 4-point lead right now. What do you think that chat is all about?
Yeah, they've just got to keep their composure and finish off strong, right? If the other team gets a point, which they will, it's volleyball, but they just got to keep their composure and get their points right back.
Madison Zimmer just over the net. Nice dig and blocked. Now the Summit. Big swing there to the back row. Good play by the Heat. Everyone's going to lay off of that one as Emily Balaneski got a good swing on that. Just missing. 21-16. The Summit 4 points away. Third hit off the block. And once again, called on the contact. Heat getting that point, 21-17. It's a tall task for Meadow Lake at this point, but as you mentioned, they have rallied from deficits earlier in this first set.
Yeah, for sure, and it was a great job by that swinger. She missed her last 2 shots cross court out the sideline. It's good of her to switch it up down the line and score a point there.
Balaneski serves. Big swing from Muir. Played back row and sent over in 3 on the free ball. Watson stepping up, and Muir with the swing on that, recovered by the Heat. Again with a big swing, Muir. Good rally here late in this first set. Sent over the net. Dug by the libero, however, that's going to sail out of bounds past the antenna. 21-18, consecutive points for the Heat now.
Yeah, it's looking like a more manageable task now for Meadow Lake, only within 3 points. I think it's doable for them.
Feeling a little bit of momentum is Emily Balaneski. Played by Skagos. Watson. And tipped over the net, Muir. Heat. Nice dig back row by Waller. And hammered over the net, Muir. Good range by the Meadow Lake setter Avery Pearson to chase that down and point Heat. Loving the hustle that we're seeing from members of the Heat right now. They're chipping away at that lead, 21-19.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to see them staying aggressive at this point in the game. You like to see them go down swinging, right?
It seemed like it might be a futile task to come back in this one, but momentum squarely on the side of the Meadow Lake Heat, 21-20, and that is going to force Stacy Lang to call a timeout. What a fabulous game of momentum and how it can shift. And now the conversation in this Summit huddle, I imagine, quite different than what it was a few points ago.
Yeah, it's looking like it. That was a big-time ace there by Meadow Lake, and I think Stacy Lang's just calling the timeout. Keep the composure, keep the lead, you know. I don't think just cut down on their errors right now. They had a free ball that they mishandled, but just get a pass up, get a swing, and they'll be right back in it.
Emily Balaneski has been dealing well for the Meadow Lake Heat. She'll serve at the conclusion of this timeout. Called by Stacy Lang, coach of the Summit. Division II gold medal final at the Hank Rise Soccer Center in Saskatoon. Couple teams that will have a couple hours of drive home time after this one, and those drives go a lot quicker with a gold medal around your neck as Balaneski. Good serve, lots of movement on it. And a great job there, Emily Williams. Fabulous play by the setter to set her up. Regina needed that point.
Yeah, it's a great run at this point in the game to set the middle. They've been running a lot of outsides, and no one was expecting that one there.
Diane Muir. 22-20 lead for the Summit Red team. Serve right down the middle, played by LaHoo, and sent over the net. And a good play there from London Perry, who just seems to instinctually find spots like that. 4 for Meadow Lake Perry. She's had a good game on that right side to our right. 21-22. Ashlyn Obashan dealing a good serve that Regina has no reply to. 22-22. What a first set we're experiencing here.
Yeah, what a comeback and what a fight. I think we might be seeing some substitutions by Stacey Lang here to slow the game down a little bit as she's out of her timeouts.
Meadow Lake, momentum on their side, 22-22. Big swing, pinballing off of personnel for the Summit, and look at that. Meadow Lake now has a lead, 23-22. Libero checks in. Obashan to serve. What a first set we've had here at the Hank Rice Soccer Center. Muir, Watson, and Waller. Now 3 hits. Perry tips it. Scrambling to get it are the Summit. Pushed to the back of the court by Williams. Big swing and finding some vacant court. Victoria Wood. 24-22. A couple of improbable comebacks by the Meadow Lake Heat here in this first set, and they are but a point away from a first set win. Obashan sends that to the back of the court. Watson. And that's going to go through everyone. Meadow Lake takes, and 25-22. Call that an improbable comeback win for the team from the Great White North of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that was quite the comeback there. They just stayed consistent, kept being aggressive, cut down on their errors, and unfortunately Regina just made a few too many there in the points after 20. So
25-22, the Heat take set 1. Set number 2 between the Meadow Lake Heat at the front of your screen in the dark teal and black jerseys, taking on the Summit Volleyball Club out of Regina. Black and white. If you're the Regina Summit, it's Ryan Schweitzer along with Troy Weave. If you're the Regina Summit, has to be a demoralizing first set loss because they were in the driver's seat a couple times and Meadow Lake showing great character.
Yeah, for sure. They had the lead for the most part of that set, and I think they just made a few too many errors at the end of it, and Meadow Lake did a good job climbing back and just staying composed throughout the whole match.
Emily Balaneski had a good first set for Meadow Lake. She is serving now as she induces play by drilling that ball over the net, and no reply for the Balaneski serve. And yeah, you mentioned it, Troy. Regina certainly had some momentum in that first set, but Meadow Lake rallying late in that first set and so far in the driver's seat with a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good ace to start out the set. A nice float serve. Those can be tough to pass coming at you.
And all sorts of difficulty. However, Regina does manage to get that over in 3, and sending that over the net, Ashlyn Obashan. Obashan digs that and tipped over the net. Good rally here early in the second set, sent over the net. And nothing doing there for the Heat. Point Regina, it'll be 1 serving 2. Michelle Iro. Her first action of this Div 2 gold medal game. Iro entering the second set. Good hard serve. Nice reflex action there by Obashan to make first contact. And what a shot there, Emily Balaneski. As that one just walked the razor's edge.
Yeah, for sure. It looked like a little bit of a mishit there off the side of the hand, but it managed to find the sideline.
Balaneski will take that. Drilling that ball into play is Paige Ellis. Seeing her first action of this final. Back row Balaneski sent over. Balaneski has some skill and all sorts of luck working for her right now.
Yeah, definitely. You got to have luck sometimes, right?
She made the appropriate sacrifices to the volleyball gods before this one. Balaneski. And Ellis drilling that one through. A quick 5-1 lead for the Heat. The Heat with a come-from-behind 25-22 first set win. Hoping to carry that momentum into the second set. And the Summit, in need of a break, will happily take that one. And now heading to serve is Brooklyn Brodner. Her team down a field goal here in this opening set, 2 serving 5. Sent over the net, back row, Balaneski. And setting up McKenna McCammon for the swing there. However, that's blocked by the Summit. And it'll be 3 serving 5 here. Summit needing a big play there. They get that block. Brodner to serve. Spinning serve, Perry. Pearson. And sent over the net by Aubuchon. Now the reply from Regina. Pearson. And pushed to the back of the court by McCammon. Sent over, Balaneski. Pearson. This time tries Perry, and London Perry again with a good swing on that ball. She was great in the first set, and she gets a point for her team, 6-3.
Yeah, she appears to be one of their smaller players and one of their hardest and heaviest swingers here. That's a great swing by her off the top of the hands and unable to defend that.
Deceptive, a good word to describe Perry, who's going to serve now. She goes through her pre-serve ritual, sends that ball just over the net. Did that hit the court? Yes, it did. Great serve, London Perry getting it done at the net and from the service area.
Yeah, Regina's been struggling to find any balls passed up here on service eve. They're going to need to do a little bit better a job of that if they want to climb their way back in.
London Perry just over the tape again. That's played by Iro. Quick 3 hits sent back in by Meadow Lake. Aubuchon, and the Heat get a point, and they're up 5 now, 8-3. So far, so good for the Heat as they've managed to bring some of that first set momentum into the second set here as Perry just over the net. High degree of difficulty play, and again, a great serve by Perry. She's dealing.
Yeah, they just keep doing that short serve, and Regina hasn't seemed to be able to figure out how to pass that yet. We'll see if the Heat can hold on to their lead as Regina was unable to do with theirs in the first set.
9-3, and wow. What a game so far by London Perry. Just drilling that ace. 10-3. Some personnel changes as Iro is going to check out, and checking back into this one is Tyann Muir for the Summit. Coach Stacy Lang making some alterations to the recipe here and hoping that her team will get cooking. But again, a good serve by London Perry, chasing that down as Ferozden. And that ball inbounds. Regina in need of a break after that substitution. The damage now is 6 as it'll be 4 serving 10.
Yeah, it's a great lead that Meadow Lake has made. We'll see if they can hold it up here.
Madison Zimmer serving. Her team down 6. Spinning serve, dug by Perry. Balaneski. And sent over the net on the third hit by McCammon. Now the response from the Summit. Blocked. And a good take. Good discipline take there. Sydney Gdansky probably wanted to play that, but held off. And now the damage is 5 for the Summit. 5 serving 10. Zimmer sends that spinning ball over. Perry, Pearson. And a good swing there by Ashlyn Aubuchon. 11 serving 5.
Yeah, it's a great swing. Unfortunately, a little miscommunication with the blockers. Both went up with the setter and left the middle wide open there.
Good heads-up play by Aubuchon. McKenna McCammon serving. Third hit, helped over the net, Muir. Balaneski, and she runs into an impenetrable block. Lila Ferozden getting up and doing the right thing for her team. Ferozden at the net. Good play anticipating that tip. Point Regina. Chasing after that is Pearson. And on the third hit, sent over the net, Balaneski. Big swing there. Meadow Lake takes. That is off of no one. Point Heat. They're up 6.
Yeah, just got a little too far under that ball there and managed to float out the back instead of getting that topspin on it to bring it down into the court.
Ashlyn Aubuchon. Good serve, Aubuchon. No reply coming from the Summit. The extra time spent on serving in practice clearly paying dividends for the Heat. They've had some beauties.
Yeah, definitely. They've managed to get a lot of aces in this set, and that's been bringing their momentum up for sure.
Where's it going to go? All sorts of movement coming from the service area of the Meadow Lake Heat. Regina does reply in 3 hits this time. Pearson now setting up Balaneski. Good dig by the Regina libero. Good athletic play by Perry. Pearson, second hit. Good swing and played at the back row by Gdansky. Teams battle at the net and some nefarious contact made by Regina. Point Heat. They're up 8. It's 14-6. And trailing by 8, Stacey Lang calling the timeout, trying to rally the troops here.
Yeah, how the tables have turned from the first set after Regina had that big lead. Now it's flip-flopped here, and Meadow Lake's got the lead. We'll see if they can hold up and if Regina can find a way to battle back here.
You know, Troy, you've played in weekends like this, and it's a grueling schedule. You start on Friday, we're here on Sunday. I mean, physically, these athletes are all in great shape, but staying focused mentally, I imagine, would be a challenge in a situation like this as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's just as mentally draining as it is physically, and hopefully you can pull through, get rid of those communication errors and just those little mental lapses, and, yeah, just pull through strong, both physically and mentally.
It's a Sunday afternoon at the Hank Rice Soccer Center in Saskatoon, the Meadow Lake Heat. Probably about a 2.5 hour drive for them, taking on the Summit Volleyball Club, the Summit Red out of Regina. Yeah, about a 2-hour drive for them as well. And that drive will be a lot more fun with a gold medal around the neck of one of these teams as Ashlyn Obashan will serve. Ball will enter your screen momentarily from Obashan. Good serve. Good swing there, played back row by McKenna McCammond. Obashan just running out of real estate there, did the best she could with what she had. And 7 serving 14. The Summit down a converted touchdown here, but Emily Williams will try and get things going for her squad here in this second set. Meadow Lake with a 25-22 first set win. Williams, oh, that one just handcuffing a normally sure-handed London Perry there. Regina needing all the breaks they can get, and they got one there.
Yeah, you hear them cheering loud and stuff, and they need all the momentum they can get right now.
Williams to serve. Down 6. Perry off of her shoulder. Got it to Pearson. And Balaneski hammered. Back row played by Williams. Teams battle at the net. And that'll be a point Summit, who for the first time seem to have a little bit of sustained momentum here.
Yeah, I think if this keeps going like this, then we might see a timeout soon from Meadow Lake here to slow down their momentum.
And we'll see how much longer Chris Ellis, coach of the Meadow Lake Heat, will let this go on for here, or if his girls are able to battle through this. Good play there by Obashan. And now 3 hits sent over the net. Dug by Balaneski. Big swing by Balaneski. And she is back as well to send that pinballing ball over on the 3rd hit. Swung there off the antenna. And Meadow Lake gets it back, 15-9. Avery Pearson, I've been impressed with her game thus far, the setter for the Meadow Lake Heat, showing great range. Really managing to track down the ball on that second hit a lot of times. See what she can do serving now, Pearson. Sends that to the back of the court, played by the libero Skagos. And tipped over the net, Pearson waiting there. Perry, this time playing the role of setter for Balaneski. And that'll be a point Regina. 15-10, Meadow Lake still out in front, but that lead not quite as comfortable as it has been earlier this game as Lila Ferozden, who checked into this final in the second set. Serves now, deals that spinning ball to London Perry, Pearson, and Balaneski. Balaneski off the block, recovers, Pearson. Ellis will send that over the net, and that's going to be a point Heat, as it looks like Regina had some personnel on the net there. And set to serve Emily Balaneski. Her team up 6 in this second set. Skagos for Rosden. And a nice swing on that ball by Tyann Muir. She's been a tough presence at times. That pinball's off of Heat personnel to the back of the court. 16-11 as Regina tries to take a bite into that Meadow Lake lead here. The aforementioned Tyann Muir now serving after that swing moments ago. Good serve, played by McKenna McCammond. Pearson, and helped over the net by Perry. Back of the net, no one's going to be able to chase that down in time. London Perry again with the kill, 17-11 Blue.
Yeah, it's a great deep shot by the middle. Anytime a middle can swing deep and into the corners, that's a good option for them and usually scores.
Paige Ellis, her team up 6. Division II gold medal final. Ellis, Skagos for Rosedon. And a nice swing by Brooklyn Broadner. She hasn't had the opportunity to do that this much, but she manages to check into this game, and good things happen as the Heat are going to switch out some personnel. Ellis is going to head out. Victoria Wood will see her first action of this second set. She was a good contributor to the Heat in the first set. Her team up 5, 17-12. Personnel on the other side, Brodner's going to check out. And entering this one is Victoria Aird, who will serve now. Aird subbed in and now serving. Good spin on that serve. And no reply from Regina within the rules. Good serve by Aird. We see why she was subbed in for that scenario.
Yeah, it was a great serve and great momentum shift to Regina.
Victoria Aird. Another good hard serve just over the net, played by Balaneski. Pearson. And Pearson, that behind the back set. Not able to see where Perry was, and Meadow Lake hasn't made a lot of mistakes. And that's going to force Coach Chris Ellis to call a timeout. His team has had some substantial leads this set, but the deficit now for the opposition is just 3.
Yeah, for sure. They had a great lead, and now the other team's climbed back. You see their assistant coach just waving her hands, telling them to calm down and keep things cool. You know, don't get worked up by the other team coming back a little bit. They just got to side out here and get the serve back and keep the momentum on their side.
And on the flip side, Stacey Lang, coach of the Summit, has to be happy because calling a timeout, some forward momentum to work with over there.
Yeah, for sure. It's great that they're coming back into this game, and you wonder if they might have took them lightly in the first set because they beat them in the pool play, but they're out for a battle here.
Victoria Aird, a couple of good serves, who was just subbed in. And she again drills that ball over the net, played by Wood. Pearson punched at the net, and a good play at the net, point Regina. Madison Zimmer among the personnel who rejected that ball coming from the Heat court. And now the Meadow Lake lead has evaporated to just 2. Meadow Lake having a tough time getting a good first pass with the strong serves of Victoria Aird, who sends that over. Wood, Pearson, and sent over the net by Aubuchon. Point Heat, that's what they needed.
Yeah, another kill to that same spot by Aubuchon there, a deep corner behind one, and it's been working for her.
London Perry with a relaxed demeanor, set to serve. Her team up 3 in this second set, race to 25. Good serve, Perry. Skagos. And tipped over the net, Williams. Good heads-up play. Emily Williams recognizing where there was some vacant court. Point Regina, 16-18.
Yeah, Regina's been tightening up on passing here, and Meadow Lake hasn't seemed to get as many aces, and that's what's brought them back into this game here.
Madison Zimmer. High serve, played by Wood. Perry. And drilled over. Balaneski inbounds. She's made plays like that look easy all game long.
Yeah, for sure. Too bad someone from Regina wasn't following that to the end line. I think they might have just been hoping that one was out.
Good heads-up play, Balaneski. McKenna McCammond is ready to serve just below our camera location. You'll see her serve enter your screen momentarily. Played by Zimmer. At the net. Good dig. Pinballing through the court, however, and not able to reply are the Heat. And they'll make a personnel change. Emily LaHoo is going to check in. McKenna McCammond will sub out. It's a 19-17 lead for the Meadow Lake Heat in the front of your screen in the bluish-green jerseys with the black lettering. Sydney Gdansky serving for the Summit. They're down 2. Everybody just making sure we have the right people in the right places here. Gdansky, her team down by 2, just over the net. Not a lot of breaks have gone the way of the Summit, but they get one there.
Yeah, those are pretty frustrating play against, it just tickles over the net there and nobody there to pass it.
Just a tip of the cap, all you can do in that situation. Good spinning serve played by Perry, or good knuckler serve rather. And Balaneski off the block, out of bounds. Balaneski, one of the leaders on this Heat squad. They needed a big play from her and they got it. 2018 Heat lead. A ball served by Ashlyn Obashan will enter your screen momentarily. Her team up a deuce. Obashan drills that over. Played by Gdansky. Hammered over the net by Williams. Now Pearson. Balaneski off the block. And out of bounds, off the official's chair. Point Heat. 4 points away from a second set win. They lead 21-18. Ashlyn Obashan drills that ball over the net. It's played by Zimmer. Set up Gdansky. Perry. Pearson. Balaneski blocked. Obashan. Pearson. And drilled to the back of the court by Victoria Wood. Wood coming in late in the second set, paying dividends there.
Yeah, it's a great big swing there and forces the other team to call a timeout.
Timeout called now by the Summit. Have a camera shot inside the Summit huddle right now. This one not out of reach for the Regina-based squad in black and white, but the degree of difficulty to come back in this second set is high.
Yeah, Meadow Lake's only got 3 more points to get here. I think Regina just needs to just be aggressive and keep swinging hard. I don't think it's time to get tentative, especially when they're already down 1 set.
I imagine the challenge for the Meadow Lake coaching staff right now, Chris Ellis and Melanie Kaiser, keeping emotions in check right now with being just 3 points away from that potential goal.
Yeah, for sure. This is a time for them to just keep the ball in play, especially make this serve here coming out of the timeout and just keep putting the ball over the net, right? Make the other team make the errors.
Ashlyn Obashan serves. Zimmer. And a swing there by Wood for Rosedon. Ball pinballing through the Regina court and eventually sent over the net by Zimmer. Balaneski being set up by Pearson, and ball hits court. Point Heat, 23-18.
Yeah, Balaneski's been a big swinger for them here. Doesn't hit many low into the net, hasn't made many errors, hits high into the hands, and she's been swinging hard.
Avery Pearson's done a great job setting her up as well as Obashan serves. No reply on that serve. And the Heat but a point away, 24-18. Drilled over the net, Obashan. Zimmer. Skagos. Pushed over the net, Muir. Pearson. Balaneski off the block, out of bounds. How fitting that that's how it ends. Pearson setting it up just right for Balaneski, who buries 25-18. It's getting hot in here, and the Heat capture goal.
Yeah, it was a great comeback story. The underdogs here, after they lose in pool play, they knew that they had tough competition ahead of them and just managed to pull off the win here. That was some great competition and good composure by Meadow Lake.
Yeah, I want to touch on that, the composure by Meadow Lake, because there was some adversity early in that first set. There were a couple times where a lot of other teams may have folded the tent with big deficits, but they fought back twice in that first set to come back and eventually take it and then win it in second. Great composure by those girls.
Yeah, it was great to see, good competition, and they went down swinging, and that's what brought them the victory here.
Ryan Schweitzer along with Troy Wee bringing you the action here. The Meadow Lake Heat, Division II, 16U champions.
Well, it's not like we haven't been there before. We've been down before. We've battled this whole weekend. Usually it just means a little bit of a reset and get our heads back in the game sort of thing and make a good pass. That's what it all boils down to.
What do you think about the competition this weekend? A tough weekend, I imagine. Nice to go home.
Yeah, I think every one of our matches except 2 went to 3 sets. So, yeah, every team we played, it was like a battle right to the end, and those games, it can go either way on any given day. So we just got lucky today and came out on top.
You're right. It went your way today. Talk about capturing a gold medal with this group of girls.
You know what? We're just, I guess, relatively a small town, Meadow Lake. These are all girls from Meadow Lake except one's from Laloche, and it's nothing special. I don't even know if you would call us a group of athletes. We're just a bunch of girls that play volleyball and just work hard, and it seems to work out for us.
Right on. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks.
I think it was super fun the whole weekend. The final point was so exciting, and we worked so hard to get there all season, not just this weekend, and I think we worked together really well as a team.
You know, in that first set, you guys were down significantly twice, but you came back and won in the first set. You know, what do you think it was that kept these girls going when you guys were down?
I think our team momentum kept us all going, and our teamwork together. We all stayed super positive. We built each other up when things got down, and we were able to build it up enough to come back.
You know, your coach talked about it. You guys represent a small town. You know, I imagine it's a pretty tight-knit group. What's it like winning a gold medal with this group of girls?
It's so exciting winning a gold medal and not being from a super big city and getting our little town known out there in a positive way, and I'm so happy to say I'm from Meadow Lake.